Basement of La Penta. This is WICR.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Sports Vault. Jersey Joe back in action. Just broke down Barcelona clinching their 23rd La Liga title. I said I would do an entire new segment to break down the UEFA Champions League final, so clearly I'm here right now, and that's what we're about to get into now. I think it's a phenomenal final. It would have been really fun to get an El Clasico rematch, but at the end of the day, I kind of like the new, unique feel to it, seeing the different styles of Serie A and La Liga come on the pitch at the same time. Now, I've said all along, I do think Barcelona wins it all. I just think they're the best club in the world. They've shown it the way that they have their attacking trio of Suarez, Neymar, and Messi. There's just no one else in the world who can counter that and can stop the perfect form and the execution. But I think it's going to come down to goalkeeping, and Gianluigi Buffon has been the best goalkeeper in the tournament, giving up with only 6 clean sheets. I mean, the guy has been incredible in this tournament. Even in the last match against Real Madrid, that penalty kick was the only one that he conceded, and again, I don't take too much stock out of that in any regard, but I think at the end of the day, will it be close? And when I first watched the end of the Real Madrid-Juve game, I gotta be honest, in the back of my head I was saying, Barcelona's gonna kill Juve. I don't know why, and I think a big part of it is the way that they score and how quickly that they score. I don't think Juve is built to score quickly. You see a lot of times, even in that last match that they beat Real Madrid, that the goals, the time between the goals was pretty far between. Even this weekend against Napoli, the goals, Claudio Marchisio, Alvaro Morata has been incredible for them. He's played extremely well down this stretch, and then you have the legendary guys coming up big like Marchisio as well. But I think at the end of the day, I think Barca's just too quick. I really do. Now, Juve can defend unlike any, and I don't know if Barca has played a side like Juve, that Juve is definitely going to be the best defensive squad that they've played all season. But at the end of the day, I just think Barca's speed is going to be a little bit too much to handle, and they're going to score goals. It's only going to be a matter of time. I love Buffon, but I don't think at the end of the day he's going to be able to stop everything because there's just so much precision and excellent touch, and everyone is so in tune on this Barca squad. It really is as cohesive a unit as there is in the world. I don't think there is a squad that has better cohesive unit. I mean, from Ivan Rakitic to Jordi Alba to Dani Alves, that attack is just so potent because everyone understands the touch. They have such a perfect touch with the ball, and they anticipate where each other is going to be perfectly, and that all comes down to practicing, to training, to the Barca way, basically. Once you're instituted and you're well in depth with the Barca way, you have all those intangibles, and I think it's something that's so difficult to counter now. Individual defenders for Juve are going to have a huge role in this game. Chiellini had a huge game against Real Madrid. He was phenomenal, and he's going to have a big role to play in this one. At the end of the day, if I had to put a final score on this one, I'd probably say 3-1 Barca. But again, you don't know, and I definitely don't have that initial thought anymore where it's going to be a Barca rout, because I do think Juve is so good defensively that they're going to make Barca work really, really hard, and their goals are certainly going to be earned, and it's just going to be from the magic of the team and the magic of Messi, the creativity of that they have. But I think Barca's going to struggle a little bit, and they're going to have to work really, really hard because Juve is going to be relentless. When they come to play defensively, their form as well. I mean, you talk about cohesion. Massimo Allegri really knows the identity in the core of how to build this team defensively, and they've been incredible on that front, never disappointing. I just think at the end of the day, these matches come down to firepower. We saw it last year against Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. At the end of the day, it came down to the firepower, and Real certainly had the firepower in that regard, and I think this is a case kind of like that, where it's going to come down to a point who can score quickly in spurts, and Barca is clearly the side side that can do that. But I think it's going to be a really exciting match. I mean, when you get different and different legends. I mean, you have legends from Serie A, Pirlo, Marchisio, Chiellini, Buffon against Messi, Neymar, Suarez, Rakitic, Iniesta. Different philosophies from different parts of Europe. Really is the pride of Italy against the pride of España, I think, and it's going to be a lot of fun because each league has that different philosophy, and I think for as fans, it's always fun to debate which philosophy, what style wins, which one is better, and I don't think this game will really prove that point, but I just think that it's fun and it gives up good, fun fan conversations. But right now, I'm still got to roll with Barca. I think I cannot wait for this matchup because, look, as a fan, I think everybody knows I'm a huge Lionel Messi fan, but I'm also a big fan of Italian football, and I think it's great for Serie A to have Juve in this final because definitely, I think the reputation has slipped a little bit for Serie A. I definitely don't think people look at it in the same way that they do La Liga or the Bundesliga or maybe even the English Premier League, but I definitely think having Juve there brings a little bit of the credibility back because it is very, very top-heavy, maybe more so than the other ones, but even the Bundesliga is very top-heavy. Probably La Liga clearly is about as top-heavy as there is. I mean, outside of Atletico and Real Madrid, really not a whole lot there. So I think a lot of the leagues, I don't think any league really has that level that Premier League has where a Stoke City could just go into Etihad and beat Manchester City 1-0. I don't think that you see that really as much, and maybe Bayern Munich has one of those here and there, but I think for the most part, Real is not going to have a ton of those. Barca is not going to have a ton of those, even the other one. So it's interesting, and I definitely think it's very good for Serie A. I know Italian fans like myself are very happy for Juve getting there, and it's interesting because Buffon, the one thing that Gianluigi Buffon is kind of missing on the resume is the UEFA Champions League championship, and he's certainly going to have a good chance to get it done, and you got to love the guy's passion. I mean, he's got a World Cup under his belt. He's got more Scudettos than you can put on one finger that he can count on, and the guy's just had a magisterial career, and what a way it would be to finish with a UEFA Champions League victory, but I do think Barca is too good right now. Their form is excellent, but we're in store for a phenomenal matchup. All the leagues are winding down, and as we get down to the end, of course, on June 6th, it's going to be an incredible matchup. And I know right now I won't be able to watch the match live, so I'm going to have to record it, and then I will watch dark, deep in my vaunted, locking my doors, making sure no one can disturb me. It will be an incredible match, though, everyone. But let me know what you think. I think right now a lot of the favorite is going to land on Barca, but I do think it's going to be a very interesting matchup, and it's all going to come down to Gianluigi Buffon. How will he handle it? I think he will keep it close, but again, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to firepower like it did last year. Barca winning it 3-1. That is my thoughts, so we will see if the thoughts come to true. I hope that they do for my sake. I will be back, though. NBA time to get into the Western Conference, the Eastern Conference Finals. It's going to be pretty good. Like Barca, we got in store for some good stuff.